off a 2-0 day on day one. Super impressive. How do you look back on the 2 games you played on day one?
I think they went pretty good, pretty clean games from us, but at the same time, I think we had the weaker part of the schedule at least, so I think the real test lies ahead of us tomorrow, so I'm satisfied we were able to 2-0, but I don't really think too much of it right now.
I think that's a good way to look at it because, of course, IG is the world champion. G2 is a tough opponent as well. What do you think will be the keys to taking down those teams?
I think as long as we don't fall into like their crazy style of play and we just play our own game, which we did today, then I think we have a pretty good shot at beating both of them.
That's interesting because there's been a lot of talk about TL having to play more aggressive or changing up the style a little bit. Doublelift said, well, it's all about the balance. How do you look upon possible changes you have to make, or do you think you should stick more to the style you have been playing in LCS?
Well, I think it's just a mix of both. Like, I think we like to have a good balance of like macro and then just also fighting at the same time, whereas teams like G2 and ID, they tend to go for fights a lot more rather than just macro play. So as long as we don't like fall into that trap and just play more macro oriented, but also fighting like just when it's a good timing for us, then I think we have a pretty good shot.
Okay. Specifically about the G2 matchup, is there anything extra you want to say about the Clash versus EU?
Well, I mean, last time it didn't go too well for me against Caps, but this time I'm going to have to clap him.
Fantastic. Looking forward to it. Thank you very much, Jesen. Back over to you guys.